Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to do safe removal of your hard gel nails at home. So to do this you will need the following items: your 100-180 grit file, 180-240 grit file and your 100-180 grit buffer. You'll then also need your cuticle remover and your cuticle oil. You will then need your metal cuticle pusher. If you do not have one of these, that's okay, you can use an orange wood stick. And then you'll need either a base coat, top coat or nail strengthener. If you're using a nail strengthener, please follow the instructions for that brand of nail strengthener. And now we're going to start. So you'll need either a 150, 120 or 100 grit file. It's important you do not file on the natural nail with this file, it's very coarse. So we're going to start by just removing the gel colour. You will eventually see patches come through where you start revealing the hard gel underneath, but at first we're just going to focus on removing as much gel colour as possible. So now we've filed away the majority of the colour and we've just got the hard gel base. We are now going to come in with the same file and we're going to start thinning the hard gel. So you just want to file on top of this product and just thin it out as much as possible. Just be cautious that you're not breaking through the hard gel and actually filing on top of your natural nails. So if you do notice this, just stop straight away, as we don't want to cause any damage to your natural nail. So once the product gets a little bit thinner and we're working closer to the natural nail, we're going to switch to the 180 side of the file, which is the smoother grit, and we're just going to continue thinning out that product as much as possible. So now the product is getting a little bit thinner, we're going to come in and use the 180 side of the file to just shorten the nail and shape it so it's nice and tidy. By doing this we do actually make the product at the free edge of the nail a little bit thicker, so it's an ideal time to do this before we finish up thinning down the product. So because hard gel is not soak off, it's file off only, what that means is the product is not porous, so the acetone can't physically soak through it to break it down, so therefore we have to file off hard gels. So to protect our natural nail, we're not actually going to file the product off completely, we're going to leave a very thin layer. But what we want to do is make sure we cannot tell the difference of where your natural nail is and then where the hard gel starts. So we're going to switch over now to our 240 grit file, which is the smoothest grit out of all of the files, and we're going to really blend around this line of where the back end of the hard gel finishes, so then we won't be able to tell where the product finishes and where your natural nail new growth begins. It's really important that we stick to the 240 grit file to do this, and we're very aware of where we're filing, just because all nail files can damage the natural nail if they're used incorrectly or over filing on the natural nail, and obviously we do not want to thin your natural nail. So if at any point you're unsure and feel like you're damaging your nail, just stop. So we're now going to switch to our 100-180 grit buffer, and we're going to start with the coarser side, the 100 grit, and we're just going to buff over the whole nail, paying particular attention to where the join of the back end of the hard gel and the new growth of your natural nail is. And then once you've done that, we're going to switch to the 180 side, which is the smoother side of the buffer, and do the same thing. It's really key here that you're just smoothing, you're not over buffing, as you can still cause damage with a buffer as well. So once your nail feels smooth, then that is a sign to stop. Here I'm just perfecting my shape a little bit more, so this is optional, you don't need to do this as we did do it earlier. To make our nails look nice and tidy, we're going to come in with the metal pusher now, and we're going to push back the proximal nail fold, which is commonly known as the cuticle area. So make sure you're being nice and gentle, you don't need to apply any pressure here, it shouldn't hurt at all. And then once you've pushed back, you're just going to use the blade side just to remove any excess cuticle that is sitting on the nail plate. Again, you want to be very gentle, the blade can be quite sharp, so make sure you're not applying too much pressure and you're not digging into the nail. So once you've done this, you then want to wash your hands thoroughly, and then we can move on to the next stage. So now you want to come in with your chosen base coat, top coat or nail strengthener. Here I'm applying a top coat. I'm going to apply one coat of this to every nail, and then once it's dry I'm going to apply cuticle oil. So I would suggest keeping your natural nails nice and short while you're away from your nail technician, and then applying a coat of your chosen base, top or nail strengthener every other day, and this will just add as slight protection to your nail. It will prevent any chipping, hopefully any splitting, and yeah, just keep your nails as strong as possible until you can get back to the salon. Again, just keep applying your cuticle oil as much as possible as well. So I hope this quick tutorial on how to remove your nails safely at home has helped. If you have any questions at all, please do message me and I will help. But yeah, thank you, and keep safe guys. Bye.